Today we're going to be doing a book review because reading has always been something very special to me in my life. It's always been a great hobby of mine, and my sister is the only other avid reader in this house. Today we're going to be reading 3 books that we've both read, and how are we going to do this, like pros and cons style, or just straight up?
Just honest opinion.
Just honest opinion.
What's it about, and like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just what you think.
Kyler!
Anyway.
Alright, book numero uno is The Red Pyramid. You want to give a quick synopsis, or shall I?
You can.
Okay, so The Red Pyramid is Egyptian mythology book written by Uncle Rick, Rick Riordan, same guy who wrote Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus series. So
Savior,
good books.
God,
King, he's a king.
King.
The book follows 2 siblings, Sadie and
Carter.
I was gonna say Ezra.
That would be a better name.
Who's Ezra? Anyways, the book follows Sadie and Carter, 2 siblings who, kind of discover their connection to the Egyptian gods. And yeah.
They go on this adventure, typical Riordan stuff.
Yep. And it's a trilogy. And The Red Pyramid is the first book.
How I felt about this? Yeah, it was good to me. I read it because I didn't have anything else to read. It wasn't like, oh, I must keep reading this type of book for me. I don't know.
I read it because it was Egyptian, and I was like...
Yeah, the Egyptian mythology was really cool, though.
It
was
like
nice.
That. Rick Riordan always does a good job of just, teaching young kids about mythology in general. You all know that one kid who, reads Percy Jackson and thinks they're an expert. That's honestly how you feel after reading these books. They're really good. I think I like the last book of the trilogy the best.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm not gonna give away any spoilers or anything, but I would definitely recommend reading all 3.
Don't be like me and just not finish a series, guys. I do that with every series I read. Unless it's really good. But except that's what we need to review. We will do another part because y'all aren't ready for that.
I put this book first. It's in order of my least to favorite. Not to say that this book is bad or anything. It's just
out of the 3, no.
I think the other 2 are better. I was younger when I read these, and I think at the time I was really obsessed with them. But looking back, I think it's a 7 out of 10.
Same. I think it's a 7.
Book number 2. This series is awesome. I read this in 6th grade. This is a part of a book. This is a series, and it has at least 4 other books. They're really good. It's called The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. If you don't know, Nicholas Flamel is a historical figure who supposedly created the Philosopher's Stone. So that's kind of the basis of this book. It's a historical fantasy type book, and it follows twins, Sophie and Josh, who meet Nicholas Flamel while working at a bookstore when suddenly this man comes in and he blows the bookstore up, and they're sent on this wild adventure. Like
always, 2 siblings, adventure.
And they get to go all over the world. They travel to Paris and Scotland and stuff. I will say that the character development in this series has been one of my favorites that I've seen. It definitely takes you some places that you would not expect. Also, while keeping that historical aspect and just introducing these same old characters that we always hear about, but in a new and fresh way.
Yeah, I should probably read this again because I don't remember it that well.
They're good for historical
fiction.
Yeah. Usually I don't like historical fictions, but I did with this one.
Yeah.
More so because they didn't.
It wasn't your typical historical fiction.
Mm-hmm. It's not like they.
It was for young adults.
Yes. They didn't overly focus on it or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't educational, but it was.
Exactly, and that's how you get us.
Yeah.
That's how you get us. Make it educational.
But
it does have elements of mythology in it.
But not so for just I guess a younger audience, but yeah,
Yeah, this one definitely does feel like it was targeted for kids who are a little bit older than some Rick Riordan would write. Who wrote this book? Who's the author? Michael Scott? Yeah, definitely check him out.
That name sounds familiar.
Also, the cover designs for all of these books are so fine.
Very nice. Very.
Like the way they're designed.
Aesthetic.
It's like, it looks like old parchment paper, but then you have this like fancy gold like lettering, and it just makes the experience that much better.
I'll give The Alchemist a 7 out of 10.
7. I think I give it a 9. I give The Alchemist a 9. Can I rate the whole series?
Yeah.
I like the whole series is really good. It's gonna be like a 9 out of 10. Well then, moving on to
next
book number 3. My favorite.
The third and final book, Eragon.
Yes, sir.
And this series. Now I have some things to say about this. Got some things. This book, it was good, but like personally for me,
You can just stop right there. It was good. That's all you have to say.
It was good. I'm not denying that it was good, but personally, it just had a little too much description. I like stuff with description and stuff, and I like how it develops things, but Eragon is just like, it was just something about it. It just did not captivate me as much.
She only read the first. She only read the three out of the 4.
3 out of the 4.
She got 3/4 of the way and then stopped.
I was like, ugh, I can't. And I stopped in the middle of school too, because like I was reading, and Eragon, the series, the book that I was on, the third one, when I would just pull it out when I was not doing anything in class and stuff, I'd be like, oh, I guess I'll read this. It's just like,
some age.
but I do recommend this book to anybody, everybody. The young people especially should read this. It's for younger. It's for a younger audience. It would be a challenge, but it would be a good experience. Just soak up everything in this book. So yeah, it's pretty good.
But I think what initially drew me to this book was because of how many AR points it had. In 6th grade. I think I read all of these in 6th grade. In 6th grade, we used to have this competition for like who could read the most words, and it was me, Kaya, and Nicole competing to be on top.
I was always on top.
Yep. And I was like, this book is big as mess. Let me go ahead. And then it ended up becoming my favorite series. Eragon, like you said, it has lots of description. I appreciate the description because he's weaving together this huge story in this like gigantic world, right? And it's full of fantasy, and it's such a complex world to where he kind of needs to like flesh things out, but he doesn't overly flesh it until maybe the 3rd book, like you were saying, in Brissinger. But that's because he's setting you up for the finale. He's like, throughout this entire like 4 series books, he's like foreshadowing this and that, and then when you finish, you like look back and you're like, that's what all that description was for. And then you appreciate it more. That's why I wish you would have gotten through it and gotten to the last book. But
I'll probably go back and finish it sometime.
We still haven't told them what it's about.
This boy.
This farm boy, this country boy.
Finds a dragon egg, and then he like raises the dragon. That just throws him into this whole tea, this pot of tea, this boiling pot of tea. It's just like
if you like fantasy, dragons, elves, this is your thing. Like Lord of the Rings, like Harry Potter, all that. If you like any of that, you're gonna like Eragon.
My favorite thing about this book, honestly, was the fantasy, and I just adored all just the characters and stuff. I just loved it. I love that part. And
PSA: don't watch the movie. This is a movie.
Y'all,
don't watch it.
Don't ever watch a movie of a book.
Except for Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
These books were written by Christopher Paolini when he was like in high school, I think. Let's see, it tells us in the back of the book. Eragon, he graduated from high school at 15 years old, and that's when he started writing Eragon. Okay then, Christopher. The last book is like 800 something pages.
Thick books, when I look at a book, a thick book especially, I just open it and I'm like, whew, yes. just like scrolling through the pages and stuff.
He does a really good job of world building in this book. And like I said, foreshadowing, masterful, on point. This series, these books are my favorite. Out of the entire series, the one that she quit on is my favorite actually. I really wish you would finish it. I remember she started reading this and I was like, yes, I'm gonna have somebody to talk to about my favorite book series ever. And then you quit. The third book is literally The Calm Before the Storm.
Yeah, I understand that. It was just so... I couldn't. I can't. I couldn't. It was just too much. I haven't read a book in a while that's emotionally challenged me. And I really am deprived.
You want to be emotionally like traumatized
Those
after
are
reading a
the
book?
best books.
Have you read The Gone?
The books that make you sit there and stare at the cover after you close it, after reading the final page, and you're just like, those books are the best.
Well, that's what happens when you finish Inheritance, but...
Inheritance?
That's the fourth book. Oh, by the way, this book is a 10 out of 10 in my book. 100% 10 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The next time we do a book review, hopefully I will have finished Children of Blood and Bone.
Yeah.
We could... we should talk about the books Miss Haythcock made us read.
Oh, 8th grade English.
8th grade English. I have mixed feelings about those books.
Fahrenheit 451.
It was...
Hot topic. We'll talk about it. We'll save it for the next video.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching so far. We hope you guys love reading as much as we do. And if you don't, pick up one of these books. Maybe they'll inspire you.
Tell us some books to read. Nice thick ones.
Yes, please.
Good ones. And yeah.
I'll see y'all in the next video.